Hello, my name is Nadia and I'm a seed coordinator in Russia. We are here in a school in Moscow and having a great event right now, and it calls FabLab. But I want to say a few words how it seed program goes right now in Russia. We have a really good active teachers and students already almost at 19 schools through over the country, starting from Moscow to Sakhalin. In Russia, seed will have made a really serious preparation for this event. We were very involved in this project and happy that it starts very successful. We are really glad that the seed program is really active in Russia, and we are trying to support all the workshops that we have right now. And the teachers and the students are very active in program, and we have already interesting projects that you can share on planetseed.com. This week it was a really great event when some experts from Stanford University joined the school, and we share a good idea about to make the FabLab school.
It is really interesting to see how people develop themselves, how students develop themselves.
I had the pleasure to be a participant and a volunteer at this FabLab. Actually, when I asked Daniel, this is one of Professor Paolo's assistants, what is Fab, what does it stand for, probably fabulous, he said, well, actually this is fabricated, but yeah, it's fabricated, fabulous laboratory. And I think this is the truth, because honestly, I feel sort of proud that we are pioneering this project in Russia, because this is the first time such an interesting and practical event which we're hosting in my country.
My connection with this project began many years ago when I went for my master's degree at MIT. And at MIT, Professor Neil Gershenfeld invented this concept of a fabrication lab with low-cost machines where you would be able to go there and create and invent anything you want. So why not take this idea and apply it to kids and to schools, so use it as an instrument to change schools. So I started this project about 2.5 years ago, and then very fortunately I found a great partner, which was Simone Amber from Seed and Schlumberger, and we started thinking about doing the first of those labs in one of the seed schools, so using the seed infrastructure to implement this project that I had created at Stanford. So we've been working on this for 1.5 years, and now the result is here.
For a couple months beforehand, I was helping with preparations and logistics, and so for the past 4 or 5 days, I've been here in Moscow working with these wonderful students.
I was very surprised when I was informed that I will take part in the seed in Russia, and I was very excited because it's very something new for me, and I didn't know what was it. But the first day I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised to see such a lot of different technical equipment, which I like very much, and my dream to work with techniques and become an engineer. And I think that my ideas can be realized by seed, because everybody there is interested in my ideas, in ideas of everybody. and I think that every idea can be realized if somebody can help you.
I think it gives them an opportunity to learn math and science in a really useful way, and it also gives them the opportunity to invent things, to think about things they need in their lives, to be creative, and then to actually persevere and work hard in making it happen.
In this school in Moscow, we are very lucky to have a great team of lab coordinators. So we have 2 people that helped us set up the lab in the school, and a 3rd people that works in the school but was so kind of fell in love with the idea, and he's there every day helping the kids now. So we have 3 people in the school who are technically very able, so they're either engineers or physicists, and are very passionate about helping the kids.
Нам повезло, и мы выиграли грант на установку лаборатории FabLab. Буквально за несколько месяцев нам доставили прекрасное оборудование, и сейчас уже 4-й день мы проводим семинар.
Мне очень нравится атмосфера лаборатории, она напоминает классное шоу на канале Discovery. Очень приятно работать с профессором Стэнфордского университета и его студентами.
Вот за последние 4 дня дети сделали очень много интересных изобретений. А больше всего меня впечатлила машинка игрушечная, которая едет в ту сторону, где громче звук. Они установили несколько датчиков звука и хлопают в разных местах, и машина едет в эту сторону. Я был поражен, что дети смогли сделать такую вещь.
The way Paolo, a professor from Stanford University, thinks, the way he builds his ideas, his thoughts, and from another side I found the way children build their ideas and thoughts, and it's really different. This is what I found really interesting, because Paolo is a great mind of our humanity, and these kids, they are just studying, they are from the 9th grade, and they build and develop their ideas from right away. They just take a word and they develop it into a poem or something else, and this is really exciting for me to see how the progress evolves.
I think it's rather good method to explain to people different things, different sciences, and I think during the process of making any things like cutting or making something interesting like engines, we can we understand first of all what we do, and with every step we understand all principles, and we understand the science.
Paolo and students explain very well, so I understand them, and they explain really interesting things. For example, Daniel taught us to program the Google boards, and Claire explained us how to work with lasers, and it was very interesting. So now we have many new, we can do many new things and work with the FabLab. So it's very important too.
My friend and I thought out an interesting device that it could bring you some forgotten things. For example, a control panel of TV set on your voice. That it means that you clap or speak something, tell, and this machine will bring your thing.
I guess still one of the ones I really find interesting, and is something that would be useful in my household, is a key finder, which is just sort of a project that a student came up with that tries to use magnetism to help people locate lost keys. So by using a magnetic field sensor, the student was able to sort of navigate their way around the room to try to locate where the missing keys may be. And even though it was just a prototype, I think it was a really good idea, and hopefully she'll continue to build on it and have a more finished prototype within the next few weeks.
So we just finished 3 days of a workshop where we were teaching students how to use tools that can create objects and materials very quickly from digital designs. So students were making different kinds of electronic projects that can sense things from the environment, like a light switch turning on or a door opening, and then from that it can do things like turn on another light or activate a motor. And kids were making some very cool creative projects from that.
It is a very interesting laboratory because I found a lot of new friends. I did a lot of projects. They were very interesting. I got a lot of experience, of course, and I really enjoy it.
In the future, these programs will be developed much more and extensively probably around the world, because it helps the kids to think more about the environment they live in our challenging and changing environment and future. I hope they will come out with more ecologically friendly projects. So far, they are grabbing their ideas from the everyday life, but being in future physicians and scientists, I hope they will definitely improve our lives.
We've been amazed with their enthusiasm and perseverance. These students are very creative and really willing to work towards their idea. No student has given up on anything. And when they achieve their goal, they just keep working to make their project better and keep going, which is intensely gratifying for us, and also an immense growing experience for these students, because hopefully they will continue that type of approach in all their later projects.
The teachers and the students, they're all very enthusiastic, and they know how to do a lot with not always so much. I mean, there were times where we were hoping to be able to go to the store to get more materials, but irregardless of whether or not they had all of the stuff that they wanted, whether it be slightly fancier sensors, they really were able to make the best of the stuff that they had, and sort of showed ingenuity and creativity, both with sort of repurposing old things, old sensors, and also just with the ideas that they had. In a short amount of time, they came up with a lot of interesting ways of trying to solve problems within the community.
I think that it was amazing how quickly the students became independent. Once they understood what they could do, they were making their own projects, and they were coming to us with specific questions. So they were not afraid to ask us for help about things, which is really good. And after we taught them how to use the tools, they just took off. So it was really exciting to see them sustaining their own energy on their own and working at things. I think in the future, from what I can see, this will become a stable lab here. Kids will be making projects and working on it, sharing it with others, and attracting a lot of attention. I saw a lot of other students looking in the door, which gives me the sense that this is a really interesting place to be. And so what I hope and I think is that they will be making projects, sharing them on the internet with us and with other people, and getting ideas from other people, and joining into a bigger community of people who are building things and learning by building.
For tonight, I see students, children who are really interested in this equipment. It's really interesting, and if the school continues sponsoring this product, all these materials, if they continue buying those materials, which students can use, I think they will continue doing some interesting stuff. I'm sure about that. As I saw kids' eyes, they have a spark in it.
From my experience, or maybe observation, it tremendously differs from what I've seen before. because this is very much practical, and this is not just the socializing and communicating in a multinational group of students from all over the world or country, but this is actually you can see the ideas being realized in life. You can see the product itself.
When I created this concept of the FabLab at school, I knew that the implementation was very challenging, because we have 500-600 items that needs to be purchased in the countries where we have the labs, and that's a very difficult task. And then to maintain the lab is also challenging, and also even to choose the right schools is hard. So I think SEED was a great partner, because not only we could together with SEED we could find funding for the project, but the infrastructure that SEED has in all these different countries will be really important to keep the labs running. And because you have volunteers that can help, and many of those volunteers are engineers, so they are technically savvy, they can help the kids. A lot of volunteers, they already like working with kids, like working in schools. So I think SEED is a really great partner for us in this project, and I think this will really grow over the next 5 years.
We hope that kids, not only in Moscow, but over all our country, will join this project and have great workshops, maybe together here in Moscow at school, that can allow them make interesting activities and experiments, and be experts in physics, math, chemistry, and it's kind of new level for the SEED also. It's a higher step, and we are very proud to be a pilot, so I hope that everybody will join us maybe in a year or in a year and a half.
I ask the management to create laboratories such this all over the world, because there are a lot of children all over the world which want to improve their ideas, and it will develop their imagination.
It's very interesting to see how it's realized, and what we can see a real lab not only for kids, it's also interesting for students, for volunteers, for teachers, and we're really happy that it's gonna happen in Russia first. So thank you very much for support.
I think that we all learn how to work together in a big company, and I think that all of you are very thankful for your help, and for you have done for us. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.